Right then, let's break down the passing in PES 2017. Let's go. When you first pick up PES 2017, the passing feels heavy. Maybe weighted's a better word, but it's definitely not as light and quick and zippy as it was in PES 2016. Don't get me wrong, you can still fizz in a pass into someone's feet, but it's not the default, if you know what I mean. Everything seems quite measured and deliberate when it comes to the passing, which is definitely a good thing in my opinion. It adds another element of skill in knowing how to weight your passes for certain distances, certain situations, and also measuring your pass for the player that's going to be receiving the ball. While you might feel comfortable absolutely ripping a pass into the feet of Mesut Ozil, you're going to want to think twice with Gabriel. The ball physics have greatly improved from last year. It feels a lot more realistic. There feels like there's a bit more friction when you pass along the ground. There's more air resistance when you pass in the air. So everything's a little bit slower and a hell of a lot more realistic. The difficult Hollywood passes are exactly that. Difficult. When you're spraying 40-yard cross-field diagonal passes, it feels like that. It's difficult. It's an accomplishment when it comes off. And lofted through balls are nowhere near as powerful as they are in this current game. So for you guys who really enjoy abusing that system, try that shit again in September. All jokes aside, I'm not against the use of a lofted through ball, however many times you want to use it. I'm just glad that now there's the appropriate level of skill to pull that off. There's more variation this time around with the passing as well, and that's both on an individual level and a general gameplay level. Better players can pull off more passes from different situations, off balance, being marked or, you know, at a difficult angle. They'll be able to pull that off. Whereas with players like Gabriel, sorry to keep targeting you, man, but it's levels, isn't it? You'll want to try and keep things relatively simple. That being said, there's a broader range of passing animations this time around, and for players across the board, they can attempt a pass without having to be forced into an animation that you wouldn't want. So they'll pass off balance. They'll try and pass with their heel or with, you know, from behind their leg, that sort of thing. Obviously there's varying levels of success between better players and more average players. But you feel like there's a bit more freedom in the way that you pass and the timing of your pass. It really is down to you. That being said, when you do pass with a player off balance, you lose the right amount of accuracy as well. So the ball might be a bit too powerful, or it might be short, or that sort of thing. But not only that, the receiving players respond correctly to passing too. Players are more likely to stretch for a pass to reach it. The trajectory of runs is better as well, so it's less likely to be intercepted just because your players run at a bit of a weird angle. It's not entirely perfect, but it's a lot better. In terms of controls, they're still very much the same in terms of hardware and ergonomics. It's still X to pass, it's still circle to do a lofted pass. Through balls are still triangle, lofted through balls are still L1 and triangle. Floated crosses are still R2 and circle. Early crosses are still L1 and circle. So in that aspect, it's still very much the same feeling. You're not going to have to get used to a new system in any shape or form. What has changed is the weighting of the passes. You feel a genuine difference between holding the pass buttons down for longer or just tapping them, and there's a wider range of variation within that as well. I feel like it takes longer to do the maximum in terms of the holding distance. Next time I get the chance to play the game, I'll actually time that and bring you guys the stats in terms of that. But I genuinely feel like there's a wider range in how long you can hold the pass button for. I might be completely off on that, but that's something that's going to require some testing from myself. Passing has really improved this year, and I think you guys are going to love it. Right then, if you thought this video was helpful in any way and you're looking forward to the new game, support the video with a massive thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll be bringing you plenty of content in the run-up to PES 2017. I'll also still be playing PES 2016 once I get these videos out of the way and done. So for plenty of Pro Evolution content and general football content, subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments what you think. And until next time, take care. Peace.